and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Now, I am going to be reading for March 23rd to the 29th. This is the overview. Lots of things are happening in the skies, so we're going to go a little bit over that. Now, I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is I open myself to God, Source, Jesus, and just ask, please, whatever needs to come through, please come through. Now, I have prayed, I have meditated, I have infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, these are general readings, may or may not resonate. So take what you like and leave the rest, okay? Okay, so let's see what we have going on. All right, the cards that I'm going to be using is the Sword of Light. Now, these are all Radley Valentine decks, except for the Moonology. So I'm going to start with the Sword of Light, by Michael, Sword of Light Oracle, Archangel Michael's cards. Now, when I was pulling them out, this one flew open, so I did want to talk about it. 16, it's almost over. Your current challenges will soon be resolved, and you will be able to look to the future with a smile. So that's very encouraging words. Now, it's also going to be using for the main readings. I'm going to be pulling my Angel Wisdom deck, again, Radley Valentine. I have my Archangel's Power deck, but for this overview, I'll use the Wisdom deck and I'll use my Fairy deck too. I do have my Emily Anderson Crystal deck to use. We will be pulling, because we do have a new moon, we will be pulling out the Moonology Oracle cards. Yasmin Bolin, artwork by Nyx Rowan. Now remember, like I said, these are general readings. Have a little bit of fun with them, okay? Let's see what we've got going on. Now, I do like to tell you what is happening in the other sites. We do have some interesting things going on. Let's flip over, flip and flip. Nope, wrong. Let's go on now. Where do we want to go? This one here. Now we're going to flip. Not doing it for me. Why not? I do not know. We're going to stop this for a moment. Oh, okay. That works. I took all of the flipping off of it. Anyway, I am going to be using the-astrologer.net, that website. I do like how he puts things in a nice little order. Sometimes his dates could be a little bit off, but for the most part, they're pretty on target. So let us see what we've got here. Hold on a second, trying to get over to my website itself. Nope. Mercury is retrograde right now. Okay, so we talked about March 20th. The sun enters Aries. Now, this is the day of the equinox. Now, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern, it will be an equinox of equal to equal, so light to equal dark. The northern hemisphere will be going into spring, and the southern hemisphere will be going into fall. So we've got this really interesting energy here. Let's go over here. Now, that will be happening around 5:02, that the sun enters in Aries. The equinox is supposed to start around 5:01, okay? So we have that going on. And then we have, let's see, Venus is retrograde, 3 degrees again. It's retrograde in Aries, so it's going over some of the stuff it has already gone over. 3 degrees is very celebratory. It's creative, and it's also the power of 3. I always look at this. This has a lot of Empress energy, so that's both feminine energies. It is on the 22nd of March, and that is 2-2, choices, decisions. Now, it is sextiling, which is a loose connection with Pluto, 3 degrees again in Aquarius, but it's also conjuncting, so that's a little bit stronger connection with Aries. Now, the sun in Aries. Now, remember, Venus and Mars, even though Mars is right now in Cancer, it is still in this very strong Mars energy. I know Mars is very connected with Aries. Some people will say Scorpio too, but I go with Aries more so. but very strong fire sign, and Venus and Mars are the it couple, or so Venus and Aries, Aphrodite's and Aries, however that goes. So now we go the sun again, sextiling with Pluto again, so it's for another day or so. We have Mercury retrograding, again that 3, a lot of that 3 energy around us, conjuncting with the sun, and again sextiling with Pluto. So from the 20, we've got a lot of from the 22nd to the 20, let's see, the 26th, we've got a lot of that 3-degree energy, celebration, creation, power of 3, very feminine energy at the same time, making some connections. Pluto is the one that is the big transformer, and it is in Aquarius. We've been talking about that, and lots and lots of social transformation, lots of revolutionary type of energy too. So Mercury, very fast energy. Mercury to me, whenever it is retrograde, is about, there's a lot of do-overs with Mercury. It does mess with your electronics a lot of times, but it wants to make you slow down a little bit and look at what's going on. And again, we have the conjunction, which is a closer connection, and the sextiling, which is a little bit looser connection. Now we go to the 27th. Venus is now going back into Pisces. Now this is where things are going to get real interesting. And this is a very mysterious time, okay? The 27th March, Venus is conjuncting with Neptune on the cusp. Neptune is about to go into Aries, okay, on the 30th. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a moment. I feel that this is going to be a very interesting time, conjuncting, like I said, with Neptune. It is in Pisces, very mysterious. There's a lot of mystery going on with this time. Neptune loves to be in Pisces, has been there for 12, 13 years. We also have a new moon, 9 degrees Aries. 9 is the hermit, kind of like step back a little bit and maybe can make some connections with God's source. We have Mercury retrograding also back into Pisces. Very mysterious time right now, conjuncting with Neptune on the cusp. And then Neptune enters Aries. And even though we're reading up to the 29th to the new moon, this is, like I said, the 27th to the 30th. Very strange and interesting times, okay? So we also have a solar eclipse with right around that new moon, but right here. So let's go back to the timeline. So we said that on the 20th, Sun is entering into Aries. I have this at New York time, so Eastern time. So that is at 5:02. I looked up for the equinox. They said Eastern time 5:01. So give it a minute, if not more. We have some more of the times. Lilith entering Scorpio. I'm not really that up on Lilith. I know that there is a very hidden energy with Lilith. There's a lot to her backstory entering into Scorpio. I don't know, just feels very hidden energies right here. And then we have the dates that we were talking about. Solar eclipse on the 29th at 6:48. The new moon arrives less than 10 minutes later, 9 minutes later at 6:57. Again, we talk about Mercury leaving Aries, and then that would mean that Venus and Mercury are going back into Pisces. Now, on the 30th, 8:01, Neptune enters Aries. Now, the reason I want to talk about that is I'm going to go to this website, the aquariandiary.com. He also has a YouTube channel. I do like what he is talking about with this. I mean, I like his summary. I try to find things that I get feelings about. I've been talking about Neptune changing. And there's been a lot of, let's look at Neptune. So Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto are like the longer transiting planets, okay? So this is by, I guess his name is John. Here he is over here. I would suggest that you go to his YouTube channel, The Stunning Transit of Neptune in Aries. I think he did this in 2023, the aquariandiary.com. He has a transcript of what it is. Greetings, February of 2023. Neptune's orbit is about 165 years, so it spends many years in each of the 12 signs, okay? There is, thanks to more advanced telescope, it was first discovered in 1846, just before it entered Pisces the last time. So this is, he tells you that when a planet is discovered, it signifies that humanity is ready to begin to manifest the consciousness represented by that planet. So he talks a little bit more about it, but this is where I have been trying to get this across. The last time Neptune was in Pisces was between 1847 and 1862. The last time it was in Aries, because it goes into Aries, goes back to Pisces, and then stays in Aries, was 1861 through 1875. Now, he says you may have noted that the American Civil War occurred between 1861 and 65. The American Civil War, this I thought was this was new information even for me, started on April 12th. I don't know if that's Fort Sumter when they shot, when shots rang out. 1861. Remarkably, Neptune entered Aries the following day, April 13th, 1861. So we have, the timeline during that. Now he says, don't jump to conclusions. We don't know what's going on. More to come. So Neptune is in Pisces, okay, from 2011 to 2026. Here is the breakdown on it. It went back and forth a little bit with Pisces, Aquarius. So it went back and forth with Aquarius a little bit here. And then it jumped into Pisces firmly on February 2012 to 2025. So 13 to 14 years, give or take. It will go back into Pisces in October, and then it goes directly into Aries. And here is what we have about Aries. Now, I have talked to you about Pluto in Aquarius, and I have mentioned a couple of times about Uranus and Gemini. So let's bring Uranus and Gemini up a little bit more, okay? Now, Uranus, this is bigbbeautifulsky.com/Uranus-in-the-harbinger-of-war. So here we go here. So what history tells us about about Uranus' return of the United States. So this is all basically in the United States. And as we speak, there is a 3-planet pileup forming with historical references. Okay, so now I don't know, I really didn't look up the Jupiter-Uranus connection, but they're saying that the Jupiter-Uranus connection, now Uranus will be going into Gemini July 7th, okay, of this year. So prior to that, prior to any of these dates, it was in Taurus too. So we have the Jupiter-Uranus connection. We have American Revolutionary War, Civil War, and World War II. Now Uranus stays about 8 years, so 7 to 8 years. So the last time Uranus was in Gemini was World War II. The time before that, Civil War. The time before that, Revolutionary War. Pluto in Aquarius, American Revolutionary War. Neptune in Aries, American Civil War. Uranus in Gemini, Revolutionary War, Civil War, and World War II. Now, the thing that's different is, while Uranus and Pluto, and it looks like, this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction too, it, was all together, we did not have Neptune in Aries at this same time, okay? So we've got all 3 of these, and then probably it looks like there's going to be this conjunction going on. So it's going to be an interesting time for all of us. Uranus-Pluto cycle, freedom, and revolutionary movements. Okay, so we've got all these things. It's inevitable. And again, too, I don't necessarily know what's going on with that future, but we want to look to the past and we want to learn from history, okay? Remember, Bible says there will be wars and rumors of wars. And again, like I said, whatever's going on in the bigger picture, we have to be very aware of what we are doing as a day-to-day living, okay? We have to live our lives. So it does bring about revolutionary, unexpected, and transformative changes. There's a lot of different, there's a little bit more to it. I would suggest that you go and you look this up a little bit more because it's very fascinating. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to happen in this way. It's just, we just have to realize that there's a lot of things in the skies that, that affect what's going on for us, okay? Astronomy was very big in the Bible, so do not think that this is not, okay? So interesting times that we have are ahead, and we will continue to pray. We will continue to keep our vibrations very elevated, and I gotta make sure that nothing is reversed on this. This one's reversed now. And we will just continue to do what we need to do to keep going forward, okay? Now, I was asking whether this was going to be a physical or a spiritual conflict, and I got that it was going to be more spiritual than it was going to be physical, because like I said, we've not seen Neptune in Aries enter with these other two, okay? And Neptune brings a very hidden agenda, okay? So just keep that up. There's a very hidden agenda going on. So now new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. And what day did I say that new moon was? The 29th. Okay. Let us see what we have going on. We do live in interesting times. So, let's see. I just feel like I got to just tell you what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, what I've been feeling. And I just watch. Again, I am not saying that I am I'm not saying that I'm an astrologer. I just look to see what are the signs. And when I was looking to see Neptune, I mean, my big one a couple of years ago was this Pluto in Aquarius thing coming. And then I started going into the Uranus in Gemini because I was seeing these two connecting. And then I'm like, well, what's going on with Neptune? And Neptune, like I said, 12 to 14 years. Uranus, what is it, 7 to 9 years? These are the slower moving planets. And Pluto does change, but it's been a very long time since they've all been in here, been together. Well, like I said, this Neptune, this could be a very big game changer. So let's see what we have going on. Michael, I had that things are about to move forward, but can you give us another word for this week to come? Make a decision. The scales, weighing the heart against the feather. Are you choosing to prioritize yourself or another in the situation? Accept divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. You deserve it. Now, when it says this, you almost think, oh, am I supposed to prioritize another? It's not saying that. What are you choosing to do? And they're saying, divine guidance pointing you towards your own joy. All right? So your heart is being weighed against the feather, very mythological. So what are you choosing? It is okay to take care of yourself. And like I always say, the Queen of Earth, you have to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. All right, we'll leave that down there. Let's go on. Time to take action. Let's go on with my Angel Wisdom Tarot cards. Not sure why I can't never remember these cards, but then I can never remember some of the things I name the videos too. So, but these are, I would have to say, when somebody doesn't know what deck to choose, this is probably my favorite one. Okay, sorry to the other decks. Here we go. All right, higher power. What else is going on? So we've got an equinox. We've got all this stuff going on here. And like I said, this Pisces, Mercury going back into Pisces, Venus going back into Pisces. All of these things are very Very mysterious right now. Okay. Can't quite get a true handle on it. Take care of yourself, maybe. Okay. First card is, ooh, we have the Empress. Remember, Mercury is retrograde. So this is a very positive energy, very feminine energy, very kind of Holy Spirit mixed in with Mother Nature energy. A lot of times is connected with Gabriel. Number 3, and again, we talked about that creation, the power of 3, celebration at the same time. And okay, where did we hear that? It's time to take action. Time to take action. Give birth to your dreams. Creative projects will be very successful. Abundance and prosperity. So whatever's going on, I do feel like it's more, I do feel like this is more of a spiritual revolution going on with this time. Things are shifting, things are changing. We have to make sure that we keep our vibrations very elevated. It's kind of, I get kind of a separation energy, and maybe this is a total ascension time for us too. Here we go. Remember, I always look at this as karmic retribution, karmic resolution. There is, that karma, and again, Mercury is in retrograde, making right what was once wrong. Here we go. Next card. Reversed. So we have now the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords. So underlying energy for a queen to me is water. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Air energy is our Aquarius, our Gemini, and our Libra. Now, Jupiter is still in Gemini, okay? So that is, very positive energy for us. And maybe that's, when, I don't know how long Jupiter will be in Gemini going forward. Anyway, thought processes, thinking things through, making some plans. There's butterflies here. Butterflies signify a lot of transformation. So I'm feeling like whatever's going on with this Empress, there's going to be a lot of transformation happening this week. Things that we're not necessarily even aware of, or how it is even happening. But at the same time, when we have this queen, we basically are told to step back a little bit, be very, very objective, look at things not as emotionally as how we want to look at it, okay? Brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you, seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing on career, divorced or unmarried individuals. She's been coming up a little bit more than normal. Just saying. Next card is the Page of Air. So again, we have those butterflies. Something really big with the butterflies are happening. Lots of transformative energies going on. And then we also have the blue again, sword. A lot of that has an Archangel Michael energy to it too. And what did it say? What are we choosing? Make a decision. And, what are we choosing? So the page underlying energy is Earth. Earth is our Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We still have Uranus in Taurus. We have the South Node in Virgo, and we just had that Virgo full moon where we had a total eclipse, okay? And it was called a blood moon because while it did its total lunar eclipse, we then had where everything looked red. Now, we are going into that, the solar eclipse. So from, what is that going to be, 14th to the 19th, 15 days later. The 29th, right? Or is it the 28th? But 15 days later, we have that solar eclipse. So interesting times. Pages are also considered messengers. So you could be receiving a message. The world, this could be going on. They're also very enthusiastic, and they will jump forward into whatever it is. But being that this is the sword energy again, it's not going to be necessarily an easy jump, but it's not going to be insurmountable either. Okay. Logical, here we go, come on. Logical, perceptive, insightful, blunt, An exciting intellectual challenge, brilliant insights, information that you need but might be challenging to receive. Review all documents very carefully. So whatever you're getting to, if you have to sign anything during this time, be very careful with what you're signing, okay? Have them reviewed. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial, but there's some interesting changes going on this time. The Empress brings about a very positive vibe to this. The Queen and the Page of Air says to move cautiously, but to still move forward, okay? Move forward cautiously, but keep your eyes open and watch what you're doing here. But it does not tell you to back down. It does tell you to keep going forward. So whatever's going on in the world, the world will continue to move forward. The world will continue to revolve. So things still move forward, going forth. Okay, let's see. This is the Fairy Tarot cards. What else do we have for this week? Strength, 1-1. Okay. 11, very divine number, master number, 1-1, new beginning. 10 plus 1, transitioning to a new beginning. 1 plus 1 is a 2. It's all about decisions. We will have a choice. We will have a choice to stay where we're at or to move forward. And moving forward, I'm talking about if there is, with this ascension, with this, development, the spiritual changes going forward, it will take a lot of strength because it is entering into an unknown. But every day we enter into an unknown. So the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. So we have these two cards talking about challenges. And here it's saying the grace and strength needed to overcome these challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Okay, there we go. Okay, come on. Focus. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. It's an interesting time, as always. Like I said, what's going on as Mercury and Venus goes back into Pisces, and then they're kind of conjuncting where Neptune is still in Pisces, but just about to move into Aries. That's an unknown metric, if we want to even say. So we have more time. Now again, this is a precursor. The 30th, the 29th to the 30th. I don't know. I would suggest you look up some of those websites and see what you want to see. Anyway, we're living in interesting times. We chose to be here. You chose to follow and to join me in my messages. So we do have freedom of choice, freedom of will. Anyway, I want you to all remember that, we are in this together. Please do me that favor of liking, sharing, subscribing, clicking on the bell for notifications, where we will see. As always, always know, always remember, you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Thanks for joining.